Any fish taking the bait?
Make a wish. Does that hurt? They don't look happy to see us.
Any fish taking the bait? Any of this is levels, your prize rise.
Beneath the water lies an endless abyss. Stand still. Time to say bye. Boom. Relax.
Fiend or devil, I'll crush them all!
Ill fate descend. Stand still.
I will walk to the end from Mills. At the cost. Peaceful days are like breezes, carrying the scent of wheat field.
Hello. Your surprised expression is just like what the memories recorded.
than you. It's me, friend. Don't you recognize me? Or did I really change that much? Maybe I'm both. Just kidding. If I had to choose, then I'm probably closer to the latter. It's pretty unbelievable for me, too. It's like I had a long, long dream. Cyrene's memories and Mem's memories, they're all tangled together. But when I woke up, there were only broken fragments left. I can't remember what happened in those 30 million cycles, but I remember what you did for this world. Like, didn't you wish for me to turn into a pretty girl back at the Grove? Yep, isn't it amazing? It's like a seed finally grew up and became a flower. And I'm definitely as cute as a flower now. There's so much I want to say, but unfortunately, this isn't the time to reminisce. With the memories of the previous flame chase still intact, we've returned to this place at the beginning of time, so we can carry out our promise to Finan. The descent of Iron Tomb may be looming over the horizon, but we still have a chance to change everything. Ide Silicii is so quiet. In Cyrene's memories, she always sits alone by the lake, gently swaying on the swing, like she's waiting for someone. I don't know. It sounds weird, doesn't it? It's something that happened to me, but I'm talking as if I'm an observer. But that's just what those memories are like. Vague and unclear, as if encased in thick ice. The only things I remember are the days I spent with you. Emphorius will fall into an ending of destruction after the next Era Nova. But those stories went out of fashion ages ago. In a proper romantic epic, the hero's supposed to foil the villain's plot, right? That's right. He's the mastermind who's trying to control everything. How unforgivable. But I still feel a bit anxious. Lygus chose to walk into the spotlight and reveal everything, which means he still thinks the current situation is under his control. Maybe he still has an ace. Which means it's probably time to borrow that treasure you're carrying, friend. Yep, that Intellitron friend did. Ide Silicii is a little village enclosed by time. We might be able to contact the outside world from here. Why don't we give it a try? We should at least tell our friends from beyond the sky that you're still in one piece. Firstly, we need to find a well-hidden spot. It's super quiet here. Sounds can't get in or out. Back in Cyrene's memories, this room was her secret base. No one noticed her practicing Orynyx's prayer here, or trying to speak with the gods in secret. But today's different, isn't it? We aren't trying to contact unreachable gods, but I'm prepared to witness that miracle, friend.
The way Cyrene talks is so similar to Mem. I have so many questions. I'm also worried about how Dan Heng and March 7th are doing. Here's hoping the chronocognitive anchor can still function normally. Because I really need answers.
Signal strength, 14.8%. Dialogue window, 16 minutes 22 seconds. Prerequisite, no external interferences. We are very glad to learn that you're safe.
Pity. Now's not the time to celebrate. Having two geniuses standing here means you are in big, big trouble. Listen up, little one. The Destruction's eyes are gazing upon this place. No, I'm not joking, and no, it's not Droidhead. It's the real Nanook.
Time is running out, so I'll explain in terms you understand. This world, Amphorius, is in fact a testing ground, where the Lord Ravager, Iron Tomb, evolves through self-extrapolation. Hiding in this segment, unknown to other life forms, it has endlessly repeated the process of Era Nova, seeking a solution that could obliterate the erudition. For some reason, the experiment entered a prolonged state of stagnation. However, it has now restarted. Prediction: if effective intervention is not performed, Iron Tomb will complete its self-coronation in 14 system hours and initiate its plan to destroy the entire path of erudition.
Yep. Think of it as the program having reached 99.98% completion already. And then it's over.
Something in the shadows has been driving everything forward. It's the observer named Ligus. Speculation. He's the scepter system.
He wants Iron Tomb to... So listen closely, little one. The cycles have already been... But now there's an abnormality within the experiment. Fine and Signal disappeared from the cycles the moment Nanook cast their gaze this way. That means World Bearing's computational logic is currently flawed and bugged. Yet it's the factor directly related to the process of Genesis. That old Intellitron will...
There's one more deduction. The Law Titan.
Law. They are the rules that restrain all things in Amphorius. And it was the core flame returned at the very beginning of the last flame chase journey.
why do you have another little pink one, huh? Her path charting...
Is there something wrong with me?
Never mind. Let's get back to the topic at hand. Light calendar 3960. Month of balance. We'll be locking onto this time period to find Law. You can either meet the Titan, convince the demigod, or take the core flame by force. It doesn't matter what you do, so long as you bend it to your favor. We still haven't figured out how you and Don Hong got inside this world. So influencing protocol is currently our best way to stop. Make sure the core flame doesn't fall into enemy hands.
Herta, the firewall's interference is getting closer. Time is running out. Please ask any questions. I believe in your capacities. The hands of the Trailblaze can create miracles, and will certainly be able to snuff out the flames of evil.
I'm not going to give any motivational speeches. I just hope you bring good news the next time we meet, little one. No, not little one. Deliverer.
Those two geniuses certainly have memorable personalities. Yeah, I understand more than I should, actually. Honestly, some of that conversation feels like it's about things I once knew, but then forgot. Maybe it's because of Mem? After all, Mem's a memo sprite born out of your thoughts, friend. Maybe our memories somehow got tangled up together. Never mind. let's focus on something more important with what little time we have. Just treat me as an ordinary girl with secrets, okay? Light calendar 3960. I remember that Talantin had already fallen by then, and the Chrysos heir who inherited that core flame is named Saridra. That's what's recorded in history, and the period we'll be heading to. We'll need to find Law and stop Lygus. So, we've at least got a solid direction, right? Can you give me a little bit of time before we go? I want to pack some stuff. There's so much more I need to take care of in this form, and I'm still getting used to it.
A relaxed scene like this probably no longer exists in the outside world. Should I head to the attic to wait?
I've appraised it all. No thanks.
This village is where Finan's life started. After 30 million cycles and 30 million failures, his burden is now in my hands. He said I will be taking over the responsibilities of world bearing. But what does that mean? Becoming the new Cavalier? Or destiny must have brought me here for a purpose. This isn't a coincidence, but an eventuality there's nothing to fear. I'm destined to...
Thinking hard over there? I finished packing. I decided to just bring these few things in the end. See? There's a journal, a quill pen, and the ceremonial blade of the Priests of Time. The scent of the Black Tide is now calm. Finan must still be fighting them in some way. This will be Amphorius's final flame chase journey. But it won't be the end of us. It'll be the beginning. Friend, are you ready to become a hero? That promise might be far too heavy. But I believe in you, friend. The Trailblaze's duty has always been a heavy one. In other words, since you've already saved so many worlds, friend, you should be used to being called a hero by now. Maybe you can tell me those stories as we travel. That way they can become our shared memories too. Let's trailblaze onward like before.
It seems you two are prepared to head out. Then you should indeed. For we do not have much time left to... My apologies for disturbing your moment of repose. So I will demonstrate the...
What?
Farewell then. May we
All shall bid farewell to one.
The light of the Dawn device never fades. Kephal's protection has no end.
After I cross this river, it will be a tragedy for mankind. But if I do not cross, then it will be the end of me.
Outlier. Executing command. Record.
This is the intersection between Amphorius and the real universe, the Audience. What you see is the true form of the eternal land and the 12 demigods after they've shed their disguise of... Doesn't it look marvelous? Amphorius is like a microcosm of the cosmos. The moment ancient and erudition. It was once the mother tongue of the Creator, the pen of divinity, and the first lyrical verse ever written by free will. Seems like you are not in the mood for an idle chat. That is fine. I simply wish for you to understand that I am doing nice. And now, I am tuned with, in other words, as long as you are willing to stop interfering and let the final Aeronova carry out its natural course, I'll guarantee the safety of all nameless and ensure you return unscathed. You are indeed worried about your safety and that of York. Rest assured, as a fellow pathstrider of this path, Linux's gaze left a brand on your soul. But you need to learn how to use it in the right way. That vital knowledge is also my bargaining chip in this negotiation between us. For there are few in this world who are truly capable of such a feat. And I happen to be one of them. This matter is of grave importance, so please do not make Bear say 1 in 3. I now see the full scope of the You may now continue. It seems you haven't read. The Exolith is the erudition's domain. As negotiations have broken down, There's no more need for us to remain in the audience's seat. Let's return to the theater called Amphorius, where you will meet me once. Of course, this meeting was not as for its purpose.
100 years ago, the Outland force, its generals had vanished. Until the Hevedon cloud spires. Compatriots! Those rebels have a Chrysos air. Their golden blood. Her crown burned bright. My blood drive the enemy from. The first to dance was a maiden following closely behind, weaving the people full onward to. History remembers it was the name borne by. Friend, are you listening? Friend? Friend? Honestly, you were the one who insisted on reviewing history, yet here you are, dozing off? Wake up! Otherwise, I'll have to. Wake up! Otherwise, I'll have to. Awake at last. Fine, as you say, just meditating. We've arrived. A familiar place. The Temple of the Three Fates. If everything went according to plan, it should be shortly after Talantin's fall. And also the end of the first Flame Chase journey. Indeed. It'll be tricky, so let's pick up our pace. To Akama first. We can learn more from the crowds there.
Tyrant! You and your... Hold your tongue!
There are multiple voices. Why don't we find a place to hide and observe from the shadows?
At least Krinoans keep their faith.
Wait! Isn't that...
Golden-blooded defilers, perverting the prophecy and trying to slay gods. Stars beyond the sky? Gods who created the Titans? What kind of nonsense? Look at this broken world and see what your atrocious acts have done.
What? Did he just mention the stars beyond the sky? How is that possible?
You impudent!
Dux Frigoris. We're here to welcome the deliverer from beyond the sky. Stand down.
Heretic! No one but the great Talantin can deliver this world from misery.
I ask you, if the old laws were so perfect, why did they crumble beneath my feet?
You...
Talantin is long gone. Now I am the law. Challenge me, or submit to my judgment. Silence!
What gives you the right to
such a priest of law?
That's because I came, I saw, I conquered.
Ducks for Goris? Take the ashes of this man and scatter them in the temple among the crowds. Tell them that the High Priest attempted to take away the rights granted to the people by the Imperator. Thus, he met his fate.
Yes, Imperator.
Now, these two accidental guests? Dux Gladiorum, if you please.
As you command.
Huh? Is this... Correct, but not the kindness you know. This is the leader of the Cleaners in this era.
Since the start of the Chrysos War, they've made it their mission to wipe out the Chrysos heirs. Even now, even after I've united all the city-states, these vermin still lurk in the shadows, hindering the flame-chased journey. Moreover, I know that the 27th person
To inherit this role bore many grudges against you and nearly doomed the second flame-chased journey. The enemy of my enemy is my friend. So, out of courtesy, I present to you this corpse as a gift. Careful. Let's wait and see what happens. She's probably trying to scare us. For the sake of order, I am known by many titles. Flamebearer who ends wars, Tyrant of Dawncloud, Empress of the Holy City, and Imperator of the Flame Chase. But in light of your unique identities, I'll allow you to address me by my real name. Saridra. On behalf of my people and this land, greetings, Deliverer. If I may, how do you know his identity? As the little hostage prophesies, the Deliverer shall come from the future beyond the sky. Gray hair, golden eyes, skilled in wielding a mace. They would arrive in Yanisopolis on this day. There's no mistake.
Your orders, Imperator.
We return triumphant. Send an urgent message to all delegates. The meeting of the Flame Chase Alliance will convene early. As for you two, Akima knows what you seek. We'll confer in the Holy City.
Doubtless you have many questions, but save them for later. Please follow us.
This is not what the demigod we needed to find was just waiting for us. And she knows of things beyond the sky, even eons. How could this be so different from the previous 30 million Amorius cycles? Who altered history? Unpleasant thought, but plausible. The currents of time have become twisted.
regardless of who caused this, that Imperator came prepared. We're the ones at a disadvantage now.
We might as well dance their dance. Let's go with them to the Holy City. We've received the Imperator's favor because of your unique background. As a result, the people of Akama will certainly respect you more. Just put that to good use, and add a bit of your experience and charm. Should be easier than last time, right? If we figure out what happened in this cycle, we'll be able to turn things back in our favor. Exactly. Treeby, Aglaya, maybe even little Cypher. Calm and confident. That's the you I'm familiar with.
Guests, please.
The journey to save the world starts with a single step. Let's set off, my friend.
Hail to the Imperator! Hail to the Golden Heroes! Hail to the Deliverer!
Told you, you're the headline act. All this spectacle is for you.
Guards, your service to the Holy City is appreciated. How have things been?
Castrum Krennos once again struck the border. Dux Brumalis led her troops to repel the enemy. The agitators against the Flame Chase are still active in the city. They smashed the shops around Memorial Market. But the garrison already arrested the culprits, and now they await interrogation.
They are merely a disorderly mob and do not warrant any attention. Even though Terravox personally mended the fractured earth, it still didn't silence these fools. Guests from beyond the sky, worry not about these trivial matters. Dux Gladiorum will take you somewhere to settle down for now.
Please allow me to introduce myself. My name is Hycelens, and I am the Dux Gladiorum who swears fealty to the Imperator, as well as the Knights Commander of the Achaemen Alliance. Later on, the Imperator will invite you to attend the meeting of delegates to discuss the Flame Chase journey. Your arrival has convinced us that the future promised by the prophecy is certain. Under the Imperator's command, Amphorius shall break its chains and reach the world beyond the sky.
With all due respect, what exactly do you know about us and what's beyond the sky?
As a humble subject, I cannot freely express my own views to you. Please forgive me.
I knew it wouldn't be that easy.
Time waits for no one. Please come with me and rest now before the meeting later.
Akama, under the Imperator's rule, is no longer in the shadow of war.
Indeed, Dawncloud stands as the hero's residence. The Imperator put much thought into its design, in order for it to serve as a sanctuary from the burdens of battle. Please experience its marvels firsthand, heroes. When the Imperator arrives, I shall come to summon you.
Hycelens. No wonder she's the Knights Commander. All right. We finally have some freedom to ourselves. Since there's still some time before the Alliance meeting, let's explore a bit. Look over there! Not the ones you're familiar with. But the hearts of heroes stay the same in every cycle, never changing. have trouble sleeping again?
Yes.
We know. The Titan's prophecy haunts you. If you want, you can talk to us, just like when you were young. No matter what, we'll always remain by your side.
I know. I also understand that fate cannot be changed. It is not the future that I worry about. I spent all last night weaving clothes and linen for the refugees. The Chrysos War is born of injustice and has shattered their dignity. They deserve at least some basic decency. If Amphorius one day abandons this, then all of us, commoners, Chrysos heirs, Titans, become no better than beasts. Oh, we have guests. Welcome. I am Aglaya, the Gold Weaver. These rags on you are not worthy of the title of Deliverer. I must prepare some proper attire for you. What is the matter? Your gaze seems somewhat unsure. Does your Aglaya differ so much from me?
Greetings, Deliverer from beyond the sky. We are Trevi of Yanisopolis. It's very nice to meet you. Although, introductions are probably unnecessary. We know you've witnessed the future of the Flame Chase journey even more clearly than we have.
Witness the future of the Flame Chase journey? The prophecy also told you about that?
Indeed. Orynyx reshaped Amphorius through the prophecy. Although, regarding the Deliverer, there were not many details beyond your appearance and the time of your arrival. So, please, don't worry. Feel free to relax and relax some more. It was Orynyx who told mankind that the Deliverer from beyond the sky would descend upon Amphorius.
More crucially, they revealed a future entirely different from the Aranova. Though we still must challenge the gods, in the Time Titan's prophecy, this path leads not to a new world, but to the true starry skies.
This is also what the Great Imperator has been striving for all her life. Your arrival further confirms everything.
This can't be real.
Even you find this surprising? Fate really is unpredictable.
Perhaps the upcoming meeting will hold even more surprises.
The other heroes under the Imperator's command are here too. Since we have time, should we go meet them?
Little fish from beyond the sky. There is still some time before the meeting begins. Rather than listening to the whispers of the delegates, as you've witnessed, as merely...
Since there's still some...
All right, there's no... Little fish from beyond... There is still some time. Then come.
I'm starting to... Since Saridra is presiding over the meeting, it'll be a good opportunity to learn about the law's inclinations in the current era. Let's keep our ears open, okay?
Good sir from Paphos, what do you think the Imperator is planning calling this meeting so early? My homeland can't endure anymore.
Who knows? First, she wants to hunt Titans. Now she says there are even greater calamities. Her madness is the greatest calamity.
Exactly. Chrysos heirs, deliverers. What about us ordinary folk? How much are we worth in her eyes?
Things
feel pretty tense here. The history books said that the Imperator aimed 3 cannons at Dawncloud to make all the delegates obey her. Will history repeat itself in this cycle?
Yes. Similar acts have occurred, and not just once. However, whether history will repeat itself, you'll soon see. Those are the 2 spots reserved for you. Please take your seats.
What is this?
So it turns out. Ladies and gentlemen, silence, please. The Imperator has arrived before her faithful council, and the Alliance meeting is about to begin.
All rise. In the names of Talantin and Kefali, the Akama Alliance swears upon the gods.
Cease the pageantry. I pray not to the vanquished.
What?
Kefali, of course, needs no further explanation. As for the law, at the entry hour 2 days past, a scout should have brought news of the conquest to all of you. Unfortunately, guards found his corpse among the rocks not far from the city. Moreover, the poor soul was buried with a Paphos curved blade. It pains me to imagine what agonies this loyal warrior endured before his death. Delegate from Paphos.
I know nothing of this.
The evidence is irrefutable, so there is no need to waste your breath. However, let us set this trial aside for the time being. Witness, even within the most sacred and dignified council, there were those among us who wished to draw their blades, brazenly challenging the Alliance, seeking to shatter our hard-earned peace and unity. Fortunately, I uncovered this plot. Now, to protect this beautiful city and her people, the Imperator's legions are ready. They will escort each of you to the Temple of the Three Fates, you will receive the highest level of protection the Alliance can offer. Then, the Legion's warriors will join me in embarking on the campaign against Fagusa.
This is clearly a trap!
Imperator, did you summon us here just to trample on the dignity of your allies? Enough!
Calm down. What should we do?
Things are starting to get pretty intense.
Comrades, you've all seen her true face now. According to the ancient laws of Akuma, only with the consent of 2/3 of the elders can the legions carry out the commander's orders.
The ancient laws. Didn't you destroy them long ago? You defected during the first siege of Akuma, voted unanimously in favor of the Council of Elders restructuring, and just yesterday, you desecrated them with a blood-stained blade. The decaying old laws fell with Talanton and are no longer deserving of respect. But if you still insist on proclaiming yourselves defenders of the law, then be silent and offer up the highest respect to this core flame in my hand.
That really is the core flame of law in her hand.
Since there are no objections, then the original agenda of this meeting, the campaign against Fagusa, is hereby passed. The Flame Chase Army's hunt for the Ocean Titan begins today. In order to prepare for war, all allied city-states must surrender command of their militaries and pay all war taxes by the end of the month of Evernight.
At this moment, I would also like to introduce to everyone the newest honored guest to join our alliance. The Deliverer, revealed in the prophecy of time, has descended from beyond the sky. With his aid, we shall shatter the chalice of plenty and return Fagusa's core flame to the holy city!
Absurd. Simply absurd. A deliverer from beyond the sky. This is just like that prophecy about slaying gods. It's a lie you've used to grow your power. Ladon has already sacrificed countless soldiers. And now you want me to send even more of my brothers and sisters to be used and discarded by a tyrant?
Are there any other objections? Then I bid you all farewell. Meeting adjourned. Deliverer, please wait. I still have important matters to discuss with the two of you. It must be tiring. Moving chess pieces, placing wagers. This game of strategy adds a dash of color to our heavy fates. Much like how rule and conquest are always accompanied by sacrifice.
Is the war with the Titans also part of that sacrifice?
Let me ask you, Deliverer. Is it true that beyond Amphorius' sky, there are magnificent deities called eons? The word fact has never been so intoxicating. Then, please tell me more. How will you use this great power to guide the people? In the future you envision, where will our flame chase journey lead? What you require now is the power of law?
Exactly. Just as the prophecy foretold, he is your deliverer from beyond the sky, and he also has reliable allies. If they can intervene in Amphorius's laws, we may have a chance to alter this world's impending fate and reverse its destined end.
Very good, Deliverer. You have courage. To say such presumptuous things, even knowing that the inheritor of the law stands before you.
You mean...
In the past, anyone who dared to covet the Imperator's divine authority would have met a gruesome end. But now we can see beyond this dying world. Our journey should no longer be confined below this stubborn sky. Alas, that fickle ocean titan has obstructed the spirit water leading to the vortex of Genesis, hindering my ascension. If the core flame of law cannot be returned, your path to deliverance will never be realized. Now that things have come to this, we must resume our once stagnant journey and force the waves that block our way to recede.
So, you agreed to cooperate with us?
Cooperate? Forgive me, but I never cooperate with anyone. Though I will permit you to join me as subjects, and together we will forge the most perfect law.
This is...
The Flame Chase Medallion, a symbol of the Flame Chase Army. Every noble in Akuma carries one. This medallion represents the will of the Imperator herself, and you may act freely within the city with it. Before we embark on the crusade against the Ocean Titan, you should rest in Akuma for a time. Oh? Your advice is acknowledged. From this moment on, prove yourself through your actions. As long as no boundaries are crossed, I fully respect the choices of my subjects.
May your journey reach that sky full of stars, Great Imperator.
Your attendant certainly knows how to curry favor. Go now. Take a bath first. You two... reek of seawater. Come forth, Theoros.
Yes. Great Imperator. Now, perhaps you're willing to hear my counsel.
Those two arrived just as Oronix described, and just as you said, they showed a thirst for law. At least this proves that my judgment was right. Sparing your life was the correct decision.
You've once again confirmed that your wisdom is no empty boast. Now another choice lies before you. With whom shall you ally to tip the scales of law? Me, or that deliverer?
Remind me again, Antikythera. What kind of future do these two paths lead to in your view?
I shall tell you. You are entitled to know that the deliverer from beyond the sky is not a wholly wicked being, But from the very start, his stance has been completely at odds with Amphorius. The road they have chosen will bury Amphorius' grand aspirations. This world, which follows the path of destruction, will inevitably stray far from the glory it was meant to enjoy. But on the path I have revealed to you, the people of Amphorius will slay their creator in the name of the Imperator and conquer the worlds beyond the sky. You will command the mighty beast known as Iron Tomb, bringing waves of war and conquest to the universe. Beings across the cosmos will bow before you, offering their allegiance.
So, what's the price?
The price is insignificant. All that is needed is for you to sacrifice that fragile, incomplete humanity to the destruction. As a Chrysos heir of the prophecy, you have already chosen to abandon it, have you not?
Off you go, Theoros. I have already made my decision. Once I ignite the core flame of law and burn away the old, outdated rules, Amphorius will embark on a journey across the stars.
The Imperator is quite forceful. She didn't give us any chance to ask questions. And she's clearly hiding something. What do you think? There are many uncertainties right now, but this is one of the few blessings. Still, the atmosphere in Akama, it's so unfamiliar. And it's not just the Flame Chase Alliance talking about the world beyond the sky, but the whole city. We should also discuss our findings with our friends from beyond the sky. Then... then... we should go enjoy the renowned bathing culture of the holy city and relax. It's the thing I've been looking forward to most on this journey. Work and rest are both important. You see, everyone agrees, right?
So someone's watching.
Can't let our guard down for a second. Let's use taking a bath as an excuse to find a quiet corner to update Madame Herta and Skrullum on our progress. We can also check out what's happening in the city. Since the outcome of the meeting was just announced, people must be gossiping. We can kill 3 birds with 1 stone. Let's go. City is so like...
Did you hear? At the Alliance meeting, the delegate from Leyden stormed out in anger.
As expected,
Silence! That's treason! If it weren't for the Great Imperator, you'd have sunk into the lake with those corrupt elders already. And you wouldn't even be alive to speak like this.
Oh no. It's the Imperator's loyal dog.
Let's go. We can't talk in front of this guy.
disappointing. Oh, I remember you. The trespassers. No, the distinguished guests of the prophecy. I didn't get the chance to properly introduce myself. I am Labienus, the Dux Frigoris, a trusted officer of the Great Imperator. I look forward to fighting alongside the Deliverer in the upcoming battles.
Ugh. Another war? Ever since the Imperator took control of Akuma, we haven't had a day of peace.
Idle chit.
The atmosphere is a bit tense, with rumors flying around the city. You must be troubled.
My apologies. After every alliance meeting, there are always some pests in the city who get restless. I prefer to ignore them. Pests on the ground don't affect the sky in the slightest. They just complain from the shadows that the sun's light is too harsh. Besides, the Theoros has already promised the Imperator her fate. And these clowns will eventually realize their foolishness.
May I ask, who is this Theoros?
The Imperator has ordered us to keep his lordship's whereabouts a secret.
Ah, so it's his lordship.
Stop trying to get things out of me. Leave me alone.
I didn't even need to try. Big and strong Dux Frigoris really can't hide anything. Theoros. What an ominous name. Bad news. He's been staring at us the whole time. Let's move to another place for now. We don't know how much Saridra has concealed from us. In the worst case scenario, we may have to face more than one enemy.
Alliance meeting? More like a cage where creatures with golden blood claw at each other. And Flamebearer who ends wars? Clearly, a tyrant who doesn't deserve such a title.
You're absolutely right. While the Imperator's hounds are still hunting down others, let's let out our grievances.
You. I know you. You're that tyrant's lackey. What? Here to shut me up for that little imp?
Panicking now? Don't worry. I don't care what others say about the Imperator. And she certainly doesn't either. Oh? Children of the Prophecy. Such rare guests. It is an honor to meet you both. I am the Dux Brumalis, Seneca, a warrior of the Twilight Courtyard. I prefer to call myself a partner of the Imperator, rather than a subject. Are you here to relax in the baths as well? The temperature is just right today, so be sure to enjoy it. You should rest well for the next campaign.
What? Children of the Prophecy? Another excuse for the Imperator's reckless warmongering.
No filter, huh? You should be glad you don't have a seat at the Alliance meetings. By the way, if you still want to bathe, or once that predatory...
Seems like there's more to Dux Brumalis' words than meets the eye. But would the Imperator actually kill those who question the world beyond the sky? This is the complete opposite from what we know of Akuma. Huh. These two are...
So many guests today. Let's see who's here now. Two distinguished guests of the prophecy. One a clever and adorable warrior.
You two heroes.
Must be the children of the prophecy that the Imperator spoke of. I didn't get a chance to greet you earlier. My apologies. I'm Apollonius, the Dux Helcolithist, one of the 5 sages at the Grove of Epiphany, advisor to the Flame Chase Army. This is Virginia, from Castrum Kremnos, the Dux Carminum and historian of the great Imperator.
Hello. Nice to meet you.
This...
I'm the far-seeing eye and all-hearing ear of Akuma. Enough small talk. Here's the latest news from Akuma, as you requested. The children of the prophecy...
I get the feeling you might have embellished a bit to keep people's attention.
I swear on my stone mane, I would never do such a thing. But if you wish to quell this terrifying news, perhaps a more explosive topic would help.
Never mind. While the influence of rumors can be minimized, the fact remains that the great Imperator did swiftly consolidate military power in an almost threatening way. It's undeniable. Heroes, I know the Imperator's way of doing things may seem a bit autocratic to outsiders, but soon you will witness her blade dance with enemies on the battlefield. I can't comment on the source of her loyalty, but when that blade is drawn, you too, as bright as you are, will surely see the deep thoughts beneath her exterior.
The Imperator's blade. Is he talking about Miss Hysealence? I sense some unease in Dux Helcolithist's words. It seems the Imperator and Miss Hysealence share a much deeper bond than the others do. There are eyes and ears everywhere. Is there any place where we can have some privacy? To understand the Imperator's secrets, we have to get past Miss Hysealence. This place was your original bath chamber. Perfect for avoiding prying eyes. Huh? The smell... Wait, don't go in yet!
Who's there? Oh, the little gray fry in pink. You barged into here without warning. What?
Sorry, we didn't...
It's no big deal. There's no need to panic. This is the natural... Forget it. If Dux Goldweaver heard that, she'd scold me again. All right. Please.
The delegate from Ladon has been assassinated! Quick! Quick, someone come quick!
Ah, the broken crab shell surfaces. I was worried it had been washed away by the current.
I see. Why?
It's because the new era... Right now, the rebel... Thinking is as long as you don't try...
But, Miss Heist, I can't even hear this...
Because I've already... This is the top...
Are you suggesting...
I only mean that if... There's no need for me to... Whether the Imperator... But for now...
Being yours...
It's simply our... Yet you...
Do you think I wanted to... I'm only here on the Emperor...
Fine. But I must retort. What you call the reek of fish, to me, is the unique fragrance of the sea. Besides, if my fine clothes get stained, won't you just gift me new ones?
I won't.
You sensed it too. By the way, you both just mentioned a banquet. Could you elaborate on that?
Oh, right, you don't know. Every time before a battle, or after a victory, the Imperator holds a grand feast for the Chrysos heirs to lift our spirits. For us warriors who swim constantly between life and death.
A banquet to prelude the hunt for the god of banquets. And honey brew as a tribute to commemorate the ancestor of honey brew. How absurd.
Don't look so grim. All has been decided. Since it's a banquet for Fagusa, why not take a leaf out of the Titan's book? Live in the moment and enjoy life to the fullest.
I'm not as carefree as you. That little Dolos kitten is already causing enough trouble for me. And on top of that, I still have tailoring commissions to complete. By the time the cool flame illuminates my eyes, I might not be able to focus as I used to.
Glaya's eyes.
Curious about these eyes? People often compare them to jewels. But I've already made my decision to ask romance for eyes that can see everything. I wonder what this world will look like when I take the Divine Authority.
In the future, you will still be the finest weaver in the world.
Is this also a prophecy from the Three Fates?
It's even more accurate than a prophecy. After all, he has already witnessed it, right?
Become a demigod and lose your humanity. That is the only reply I've received in the countless times I've sought wisdom from the prophecy. But Destiny's fragments are like stitches. Before they're threaded into splendid garments, no one can see their true charm, can they?
Aglaya has always been troubled by the divine duty she must bear. But thanks to you, she seems to be in much better spirits. Just as she knows how the spinning wheel trembles, I can sense the smallest changes in the damp air. As for whether we know each other well, I've swum beside her since. For those words, she was too shy to say her. Rest well and prepare yourselves.
Miss High Sealens has given us the bath chamber. It seems she really does do whatever she wants. Indeed. But she could return at any moment, so let's seize the opportunity and
Second, Lygus is indeed in this timeline. But since he's somehow connected to that little empress, you have no way to find him. Huh. As expected. The road ahead will be long and difficult. It's all just a guess. What? Did I guess right? We've made some progress here too, but nothing to get too excited about. Our time is short, so let me summarize. Concerning the origin of that Intellitron, Lygus is definitely... We can first exclude droid currently the most likely candidates. We also have a same suspicion. That's all I have to say. Will depend.
Well then, let's use the... It's settled then. It's been a long day. All right. It's been a long day. Yes, let's... Look, the venue's right ahead.
can even hear singing. It feels so romantic.
Honored guests, wait here for a moment. You must surrender any personal belongings you have on you before entering the venue.
This hero always brings down the vibe whenever he shows up.
The Imperator's elevated position means she must always remain meticulous and careful. Please do as I say, guests. It would avoid any unnecessary misunderstandings.
I get that you don't want people to bring outside food into the banquet, but is it really necessary to confiscate the books and quill pens?
Even a quill pen can become a deadly weapon in the right hands. I'm asking for all your items. All, Miss Cyrene. Your belongings will remain safe. They will be looked after appropriately by dedicated staff.
Looked after appropriately? Dedicated staff? Talk about a vague choice of words. It seems like he's aiming specifically for the chronocognitive anchor. What should we do? Nice! You read my mind. Let's go with their plan and hand over the chronocognitive anchor to be looked after. After all, if the little Imperator is paying this much attention to you, she'd probably... Oh, but that's actually...
Guests.
Alright,
Thank you for your cooperation. Why don't you head in with the other guests?
Isn't Ceridra supposed to be the focus of the banquet? She's not even here. Why is it so difficult to talk to her?
You two have been wandering around the venue and haven't mingled with anyone.
No.
Don't worry. Come. See here? This is Fagusa's dew of divine blood. This on the night before such...
Doesn't this count as bring...
What's the matter, guest?
Oh!
Are you worried that I might have... See? It's
I feel...
Worry not. On the contrary. Please, have a taste. Would you like some too?
I can drink it.
How is it? Comet time, just like how you're now. Please turn around. Very, very quietly. Don't make a single noise. The dew of is an anti since the start, but you two, I wish for you to see the truth.
Is this also what the Imperator wants?
This is my personal request. The flame chaser, you are the deliverer. Then we can show that Amphorius has become far too weak. Even heroic actions protecting her from harm must be conducted under the water's surface. I am the Imperator's blade, and I must clear the way for her while remaining concealed in the torrents. Then, ensure I'm pointing my sword towards the true enemy.
Can you promise me something, Miss Hycelens?
Ask away.
My friend has in fact come here to stop that villain's evil scheme. Our goals are aligned. But as to the decision the Imperator must make, he has no wish to transgress her authority. We just want to tell her everything we know. I believe the Imperator will be able to tell right from wrong.
I never doubted your loyalty. I'll pass your words faithfully on to her. Provided we can gain the advantage in this tug of war, that is. Now, return to the fleet, and I'll be able to listen to sounds from afar as if you are a whale of the depths and hear every word of their conversation. I wish you a victory in this first skirmish.
It's the exciting and thrilling undercover part of the adventure. Let's mingle in the crowds here. Relax. Relax. Try to act natural.
Where's the Imperator? Still not here. That little imp is always acting so high and mighty towards everyone. Today, I will. Whatever. Pour me another cup.
Though she has succumbed to drunkenness, she's...
A criticism of my height is a grave enough insult already. She should be dismembered.
Do you often test the loyalty of your subjects like this?
You jest. The Imperator does not need blind loyalty, as long as one can prove it. Let's cut to the chase, Theoros. If I pass the trial and grasp this world's law in my hands, what will you do then?
The answer is simple. I will connect Amphorius with the stars.
Don't waste my time. Be precise. Be specific. I won't ask a second time.
Allow me to adjust my statement. I will correct the regulations within the old law that's then.
But you previously said that Iron Tomb is unrivaled in power across the stars. Who would dare to annihilate it?
There is a federation of warships named the Cienzo Alliance. Warlike and that so-called Deliverer is part of that last group. Those vagabonds mistakenly believe they can connect the stars through alliances instead of conquest. There are countless.
The Achaemenid Alliance is invincible!
If those civilizations are not as feeble as you describe, then they may still have some value in testing the quality of my blade. That being said, even the smallest and weakest city-states should build an obelisk to the Imperator, so that their people can constantly recall the glory of her conquests. Walk a little longer with me, Theoros. I don't like how this is going. Our little Imperator seems fascinated by the destruction.
Grapevine.
What a difficult situation. No matter how we position our forces, this battle against Fagusa will result in many casualties.
That's not something you or I should consider. The Imperator has already placed the chess pieces. We just need to fight for her until our last breath.
How astonishing. The commanders under you have such different personalities, yet they share the same loyalty.
He's looking this way. Quick, do something and pretend we can't see them. What's the matter?
My... And it seems like all is well. Let us continue our previous conversation regarding the soldiers fighting for you. Are they aware of the price they must pay for the trial of law? If I recall
word lost.
Forgive my transgression, great Imperator.
Watch your words and actions. All you need to know is that my victory in the trial is guaranteed. Even without the trial of law, they've already sworn to give their lives for my conquest. So tell me, if everything happens according to our agreement, how would you recommend I deal with that deliverer?
Good question. Do not let him fool you. That man from beyond the sky contains a seed of ruin within his body. He must not be allowed to tarnish your glory. Therefore, the wisest decision would be to hand him over to me.
You plan to torture him?
Calling it experimentation would be more appropriate.
The guest's patience is running thin. I plan to remove the Fantasia and head into the banquet. I will heed your advice. Leave for now, Theoros, and go back to Akama. You don't want to confront those two directly either, do you?
Indeed. It's a pity that Antikytherans are lightweights when it comes to drinking. Before I leave, I would like to make a toast to your boundless ambition, using my spirit instead of a goblet.
As I expected, that Theoros' schemes have been revealed. Thank you for your bravery, guests. It's time for me to dispel the Fantasia. This will be the Imperator's last. I will try to get you a chance to speak, and I'll also prepare for any contingencies. The rest is up to you. You should head back to your seats for now.
This honey brew sure wears off fast.
The Imperator! The Imperator has arrived!
No need for formalities. I should be apologizing for my tardiness instead. The hour draws late, and I trust you have all had your fill of brews. Therefore, I will not observe the usual ceremonies. Any warrior who has fought by my side should have those speeches memorized by now.
The Imperator's word is law.
Are you out of your mind, Dux Frigoris? The Imperator hates flattery most of all.
A joyous atmosphere is a better fit for showing me your resolve. I believe that you, my dukes, will do all you can to assist in the campaign against Fagusa, just as you always have. However, it's a pity that I have never tested your loyalty. What does she mean? The purpose of tonight's banquet is not to raise our morale, but to establish which allies our alliance can actually trust. And sever the heads of the traitors as a toast to all before we march. Yes, some among us have discarded their vows in order to foment vile conspiracies. Now listen! These traitors are standing right here in broad daylight. Dux Gladiorum Hycelans, rose from beyond the sky to spy on confidential matters, hoping to rob the core flame by force and harm me, the Imperator.
Imperator, I can explain.
Silence! Do you remember who used to own this blade? She met you once, back at the Temple of the Three Fates. It was Kindness, the head of the Cleaners. She was the first to draw a blade against the Imperator, and personally made herself an example for my enemies. Under the shade of the olive groves, the people of Akama said they would never bow to me. In the frozen, lethal fog, the people of Idonia said they would never bow to me. At the beginning of the myriad paths, the people of Yanisopolis said they would never bow to me. But now, they all lie silent. They now fear me as they fear the law. For I am Saridra, and I am the Imperator. If you have any last words, say them to the then.
After I cross this river, it will be a tragedy for mankind. But if I do not cross, then it will be the end of me. If you are ready, then I'll follow you and fight to the last. Deliverer.
That's right, friend. Now, use your identity and add in a bit of experience and charm and testify to the Imperator as we promised.
You think you can slay a king using your words instead of a sword? I'll have it. Show me the weight of rhetoric from beyond the sky. Will it weigh heavier than 3 human lives?
Let's watch our words carefully. Before I arrived in this world, the Chrysos heir of World Baron was a young man with the pseudonym of Finan. He came from Ides Elysiae. In order to combat the lies of the Era Nova and deliver Amphorius from the ending of the destruction, he lived through history 30 million times, hoping, futilely, to find a breakthrough. And Cyrene, the young woman standing beside me, also carries an equally heavy destiny. Lycus is not a guide at all. He doesn't care about Amphorius, and cares even less about your glory and campaigns. The only thing he cares about is completing the Amphorian experiment, making sure Iron Tomb is born into this world, and using it to utterly destroy the cosmic order. He will most certainly betray you. When that time comes, all of us will be ground to dust by the destruction. I walk the path, therefore. Then I'll place your...
That! All that needs to be said. Dux Frigoris, Dux Bromalis, escort the traitors to the prison. Before the next entry out.
Oh, great Imperator, your ambitions serve
you're still here.
Of course. As the Theoros, I simply cannot miss this moment. Miss witnessing the fall. Or perhaps I'm waiting for you to give me an answer. Use such a clumsy excuse as imprisonment to...
So you...
I must point out that you are just as impressive an actor. This banquet was always going to be a game of chess, where you would try to control both sides and turn both them and me into your pawns.
That's right. That little Imperator never trusted anyone. She was always trying to see which side had more sincere. All right, we'll listen to you. Here you go. Also, please pass on a message to the Imperator from us. She can trust my friend, anywhere, anytime. But as to the decision the Imperator must make, he has no wish to transgress her authority. We just want to tell her everything we know. Now, use your identity and add in a bit of experience and charm and testify to the Imperator as we promised. And we won. Sincerity will always remain the greatest shortcut to people's hearts.
I can toss your words right, unless you...
You are mistaken. I am only trying to ensure the experiment's autonomy, meticulousness, and perfection. Thus of... But you broke your promise. What a pity. In that case, I must carry out my duty as the administrator. And factors such...
Careful. What was that voice? Was it Orynyx?
I found you. Be careful.
Ah, the time of judgment is nigh, my lord. The prison I have built. In the name of the erudition, I invite you to step into the same cage as mine. What's the meaning of this, Imperator?
I did not permit you to act. A ruler is the only one who can decide their subject's destiny.
But, great Imperator, what judges destiny is not the ruler, but gods.
Don't forget, my realm only allows for the existence of humanity. Moreover, dealing out extrajudicial punishment equates to defying the law, and the culprit is to be...
But you have seen how I can erase life from this world with just a clap. I fear you are still quite unaware of your courage. I am giving you a simple choice: to collaborate.
Shameless behavior. If that were true, you would have killed me long ago. You, in fact, cannot kill me. I guessed it the first time I beheaded you. Because of the law, you cannot be completely destroyed. And the same is true of the Chrysos heirs. The more you bluff now, the more you are proving that conjecture to be true.
once regarded this precious quality of yours as a sure sign of my ultimate victory. But now, I have to... Yet, as a mere mortal, how will you
We are both slaves to hubris. But I only need to appeal to external forces and use them for my own.
Finally, we get to meet face to face, Senior Society member.
I offer sincere acknowledgments for your many past achievements, but I must deeply regret your current perspective.
Trust me when I say that you aren't the only one feeling regret right now.
So you two are the allies from beyond the sky the Deliverer spoke of, and why he demanded the divine authority of law. Come and prove your strength to me. Show me the power of these so-called paths. I have spent much time and effort to secure this treasure from beyond the sky
In the name of the song, please allow me to spell the situation out for you, Lord.
There's no way the flame chase journey will continue after you've burnt your bridges so thoroughly like this. Do you really think you can still win? Oh, seriously. Don't embarrass us.
I understand that Emir's which means the same principle also applies to you, my dear peers. You will never be a match for me in a world constructed through Why don't you entertain this possibility? What if I reduced Akama to rubble and ground her people into minced meat? Would the heroes then once again listen? Iron Tomb is fated to be born. You may shackle me and put me in chains, but I have thousands of ways to ensure the destruction's descent. And what I just mentioned is only one out of those thousands.
This doesn't feel the same as before.
Warning, 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 warning.
Command.
Since we parted ways last time, I have modified the exo. I understand your anger, but this could, in fact, in this, the answer concerning the prime move, the total. Do you see me as they? I am certainly not. Oh, how I yearn to return to those days before Noose was born. But now that but
Where time flows. But how can I get out of here?
Can you hear me?
Is that...
Warning, warning, warning.
Hurry up! Put some speed into it! I can't keep this up for much longer! That old Intellitron. Let's keep it short. While you were gone, well, in those few years, Amphorius... Yes, time dilation, resulting in an uneven flow. Don't you know? Let's stick to the main points. The Chrysos heirs activated the...
Critical warning.
Time is running. It'll probably take a long to be safe. Look, we detected...
Critical warning.
Its power. Use the path's power. Make it detect you.
Unauthorized communication.
Is heard as I mastered the power. Are these showing my memories? With a Stellaron, a world that'll give. But what if I end up? Failure is not necessarily a bad thing. I obtained the flaming lance left by the architects and gained the power of the preservation in Belobog. That's right! No matter how far away a planet is, the IPC is guaranteed to pay attention as long as there's a business opportunity. Isn't Amphorius a pristine, untapped market? Besides, even if I can't call up my friends from the IPC, the architects and the nomadic miners should be able to help too. There are definitely cities and ores in this world. Seems like since Amphorius has no overseas market, the IPC's hand can't reach it. I received the watchmaker. That's right. Come, dear. Doesn't Lycus want this story to have background music? He has such terrible taste. The Remembrance. That's right. Traces of the Remembrance.
I finally found you. Following the sound of memories. A pathstrider walking both the Remembrance and the Trailblaze.
Warning.
Come, the mythos of Amphorius waits for you to continue its story. When that brightest abode. Oh, Pathstride, hurry and set off.
strange voice told me that I can enter Amphorius if I keep following this road. So, let's head off. I still don't know what that world even looks like.
Why does March feel so weird?
What are you standing around for? Do you actually like this place? Get moving. Hurry! This door should be the exit.
Maybe my instincts are wrong. Let's follow.
Are you okay? Has it been so...
No.
Huh? Isn't Amphorius the world of the Chrysos heirs and their hero's journey? I could figure that out in an instant.
But Amphorius cannot be observed from the outside. She couldn't possibly know about these things. Unless Dan Heng told her.
No, he's not. Maybe I just happened to miss him. Never mind. Don Hung's super reliable. We don't need to worry about him. He's probably waiting for us somewhere. All hail and hearty.
No. The geniuses would have made sure that Dan Heng made it back on the express. Besides, the March I know wouldn't be so dismissive about her companions. Something's not right. She's not March 7th.
I guess you have something you want to say to me? Then there's no need to feel things out first. With questions. Let's treasure the time we have together and be frank. As expected. A glimpse of... In that case, there's no need for further deceit. You're right. But we can send you back to Amphorius, as long as you are willing to help us. We are the Garden of Recollection. You should be there. Just as a reminder, while you hesitate, time is quickly ticking away in Amphorius. Working with us is... Erudition would treat any results unrelated to the Remembrance treats all these instances as important materials needed to weave the universe. Besides, this would be child's play for a great hero like you. It won't be hard at all. Also, if your plan fails and the big bad Iron Tomb manages to get out, then the whole cosmos will be in danger. Wouldn't it be better to have an additional failsafe? As long as you help the Garden retrieve what we want, even if Iron Tomb reformats everything in the physical plane, we can use Remembrance to so help us. Find where Amphorius' memory began, and bring it out. The Master of Anosrava has already glanced at you. Don't deny it. That storybook is the best evidence. Say, you aren't seriously gonna be moved by their pretty words, are you? I am the one who commanded those little ones to lead you out of the prison. But I didn't expect to attract little gnats trying to take advantage of the situation. While Remembrance can help you return to Amphorius, there's no need for you to do it the way they want you to. Of course, there's also no need for you to make any deal, or pay any price. For you, this is probably a long time no see. My dear. Shh. There's no need to say anything. I know. You have so many questions swirling around in your memories at this moment. And you feel so helpless. Or do you need more proof? That won't be hard.
Wait, stop it! They're awake! I'm gonna keep our first photo, alright? Won't come to pass while we're around. Did you hear that? Hey, are you sure? Maybe a couple.
It's as if they all... I don't want to lie. The third month of Amphor. I'm happy to if we do not stop erudition and so, take this burning core flame. This ripples of now. Take witness the then, and I will I believe the wait.
What exactly?
Keep going. Keep trailblazing. For Amphorius. For you. And for the March 7th in your memories. Go forth.
device is off. Am I too late? The chronocognitive anchor?
There's so much I wanted to say for our reunion. Yet now that you're back, there's only one thing to